I went to the immigration office to get this form. You also have to pay for the ACR card. Now here's the important part. When you go to the immigration office, this is what you need to bring. Oh, here's the one big important thing. Hello and welcome back to Living Abroad. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to extend your tourist visa once you arrive here in the Philippines. Trust me, once you get here, you're not going to want to leave and you're going to need to extend your visa. And stick around because I'm going to show you exactly what to do to fill out this form, right? So we're going to go through this form completely step by step. I'll show you guys exactly what you got to do. Also, what you need to bring with you throughout the application process and what you have to keep once you get there. There's a lot of important information in this video. If you want a quick recap, I'll go ahead and do that now, but trust me, you're gonna wanna stay till the end so you can get all the information that you need. So this video is gonna be divided into 3 parts. The first part is gonna be overall extension, what to expect, how to do it, how long it takes, how much it is, something like that. The second part is going to be filling out the form, the extension form, because there are some things on here that you need to know in order to fill out the form. And the third part, it's going to be specific to Cebu City, right? Exactly where to go, what to do, and I have actual footage of extending your visa. So stick around, guys. I went to the immigration office to get this form. I got an extra one. They were kind enough to give it to me, so we're going to fill that out together. I'm going to show you what you need to keep if you want to basically have proof that you've extended your visa and what you got to bring with you to the visa extension office. Anyways, enough talk, let's get to the first part. Oh, before we get started, guys, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button. Share this video if you know someone that wants to extend their visa. Let's get to the first part. Now, the Philippines, you can come here from most countries, America, Canada, or USA, Canada, Australia, and many European countries on a 30-day tourist visa. However, the Philippines has the easiest extension process from any country that I've been to. So once you're here, before your 30 days is up, you're gonna wanna extend your visa, and for about 3,000 pesos, so just under $60 US, you can go ahead and extend it for an additional 30 days. After that point, if you want to stay longer, you have several options. You can extend it for 1 additional month, 2 months, or up to 6 months if you want to stay here longer. So it's a little bit complicated how that works, and I'm going to go over the prices with you guys in a second. So that's how you extend your visa here in the Philippines. You go to your nearest immigration office, just put Bureau of Immigration into Google Maps and see which one's close to you. Go to that one, and it's going to take you only about 10, 15, maximum 20 minutes if there's nobody ahead of you to do this complete process. So that's how you extend your visa. One very important thing for you guys, if you're coming to, here's my tip. It's a big tip, and not everybody tells you this. If you're coming to the Philippines, you're going to have to show an onboard ticket, which means the immigration office, before you even get to the immigration, the airlines are going to want to see that you have a ticket, proof of a ticket that shows you leaving the country within those 30 days. Now, the first time I came here, I didn't have that. I had to end up buying a flight to, I can't remember where, it cost me $1,000, right? So luckily I was able to cancel that. But you don't want to be in a situation where you have to buy a ticket last minute at the airport. It's going to cost you 3 or 4 times the amount of money that you would have spent. So be sure you have an exit ticket out of the Philippines within the first 30 days that shows that, because the airlines will not let you board the plane. Immigration is very serious here. And before you get here, there's also a declaration card you have to fill up online now. So they have a e-declaration. You fill out the information, where you're staying, how many days you'll be staying, all these like general information. Then you get printed out a QR code. I'm going to show you guys, hopefully I have it on my phone, what mine look like. So that's the extension process in a nutshell. Now I know I'm speaking a little bit fast, so please guys, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing at this stage that you need to worry about. It's really like straightforward. But here is the form itself. So if you have any questions along the way, leave your comments and questions down in the section below, and I'll go ahead and fill it out. I love the Philippines because they want you here. The immigration office is very friendly, at least the ones I went to. They're very professional, and it's very simple. All they want is to know you want to extend your stay, the reason, and you just have to pay a fee, a service fee, and they'll do that. So this is the actual application you have to fill out, right? So this is the IRD 04 QF 004 revision 01 consolidated general application for your visa extension. So the top part here is for the office. You don't have to worry about that. And then basically all it wants to know is the reason, how long you want to stay. As you can see here, if it's 1 month, 2 months, or 6 months, you cannot choose the 2 or the 6 months if it's your first extension. You can only choose the first option, which is only 1 month, and then the reason why it is, which 99% of it's going to be for pleasure, right? So just travel, tourism, stuff like that. Unless you're here for business, then of course you're going to go ahead and choose that one. Method of application. So some people hire an agent to go ahead and do that. This is where you get authorization for the agent to go ahead and represent you. Trust me, you do not need an agent. Some countries, yes, it's very wise to hire an agent, someone to know how to do it professionally. In the Philippines, you don't need it. You just simply fill out this one sheet form, which is very basic information. Next, it's going to be your last name, your first name, your mobile number, like your Philippines phone number, and then other name if that applies to you in any way, if you have any other names, and then the date of birth, etc. for your male or female, the country of birth, your citizenship, and your marital status is over here. So it wants your height and your weight. So I'm giving you all this information just so you're aware of what to expect on the application so you're not surprised. And here, where it's asked for your residential address, you want to go ahead and put your address into Google so you get the full address of the barangay, the city, and the postal code. Just simply type into Google and all that information can come up. So bring your phone in case you have to write down the information if you don't already know it. Travel here is your actual, if you're traveling, obviously using your passport, you put your passport number, when it was issued and how long it's good for, and that's basically it. And you sign the bottom here, that's it. When you go to the immigration office, so they usually have signs, it says step 1, step 2, step 3. There's windows with people, and anytime along the way, if you're confused, there's a lot of seniors here extending their stay, so sometimes they don't really comprehend all the different steps. You simply ask the security guard, the officer, they'll be more than happy to help you. Very friendly people here. You go through the steps. At the end, you pay 3,030 pesos to go ahead and get this extended for 30 days. Now, on your second extension, you can pay 8,000 for 2 months or 13,500 around that for 6 months. That's the best bang for your buck if you want to stay here 6 months. If you know you're going to be here anyways, go ahead and take that option. Yeah, it's a big chunk of money initially, but you save money over time, right? So theoretically, 6 times 3, 18,000, and you're only paying 13,500. You're saving 4,500 over a 6-month period. So that is how you fill out this application. Now, when you take your passport, or when they give you your passport back with the application and your new visa stamp, you're going to be sent to the cashier. Be sure to have cash with you. Majority of them don't accept credit cards that I know. So go ahead and pay that with cash. They're going to give you a receipt. Now here's the important part. This receipt here is very crucial. They want you to hold on to this because this also includes another piece of paper that says that you are not blacklisted. So these two have to be with your passport at all times. Do not lose this. You're going to have a lot of problems trying to figure out what to do next. So keep both of these with you, and that is step 2, the application process. I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes if I can, but I don't want to rush too much over it. Now it's time to tell you for part 3 of this video, which is the Cebu specific locations of immigration to go ahead and extend your visa. There are 2 main offices. One is in Cebu City in Mandawi. The other one is in Mactown, Newtown, Lapu-Lapu if you want to call it, at Gaisano Island Mall. So at the Gaisano Island Mall, that's where I went. The Gaisano Mactown Island Mall. Now this is a really highly rated immigration office. I think it has 4.7 star rating on Google, and it's the best immigration office I've been to. Very friendly. Even on this sheet here, you can see they've gone ahead and check mark all the places you need to fill out, right? They're super friendly, super fast. I got mine quicker than a grocery store lineup. So they know how to do everything. It's a very, very seamless process. So what you want to do is if you go through the main entrance, you go ahead and go to the department store, make a left, continue past the clothing, and you'll see the immigration office on your left-hand side. But I recommend not to go into the main entrance. Just go to the left, go past the chicken place, the nice chicken restaurant there, and you'll see the blue entrance. And you go up through the stairs, and as soon as you enter the mall, it's going to be on your right-hand side. That's where the Bureau of Immigration is. Once you go there, the front desk, the 2 gentlemen there are going to help you out. They're going to say, why are you here? You say the visa extension. You fill out a form. After you fill out the form, you go ahead inside. Inside there are several different windows. They'll just go ahead and take you to one of the windows. Once you hand in your application and your passport, then they'll go ahead and give you the receipts that I mentioned with your passport. You take that to the cashier, pay your amount, and that's it. It took 15 minutes for me. Luckily for me, there's only one other person ahead of me. But when you go to the immigration office, this is what you need to bring. Definitely your passport. You have to have your passport as well as the information of whatever's in your passport. So really, you don't need nothing else. Just know where you live, your address. If you don't know your address, make sure you bring your phone so you can Google your exact address, because the application doesn't ask for much more. Everything else that's on here is available on your passport. You simply transfer it over and write it down. And that's the experience of staying here in the Philippines, how to extend your visa. Now, this can be really complicated in some countries, and I love the Philippines for them making it very easy and seamless. The price list is a little unique and different and a little bit confusing. So the first day, the first extension after 30 days, say first extension is 3,000. The second and third are depending on how long you want to extend it for, if it's 2 months or 6 months. If you're extending for 6 months, I believe, including the ACR card, which is your immigration card. If you're staying here 6 months, you also have to pay for the ACR card. I got this the last time I was here because I stayed here, well, I wanted to say 6 months. So they give you this, which is a great piece of identification to have with you so you don't have to carry your passport around, or just to have something ID. And I'm not really sure what else you can do with this. I thought you could open up a bank account with this, but you cannot for most banks with a tourist visa. I tried going to a couple banks last time. They denied me. They needed a specific type of ACR card. It's not this one. So I guess there's multiple variations of this. You cannot bypass this card. So unfortunately, it's a little bit of money you're gonna have to pay, but it's good to have anyways. I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I've covered as far as I know. The extension's super easy. I hope some of these different footage and steps, and I hope this itself helped you as well. And don't forget to keep your receipt that you paid for it and your non-blacklisted receipt as well. Oh, here's the one big important thing. I forgot to say this. If you're staying here past 6 months on a tourist visa, you need to have a clearance. So what that is you have to have an immigration clearance before you can leave the country. What that does is tell the government that you're not committing any crimes here, that you're not on any kind of list, or you're not on the police, you're not basically wanted in the Philippines for any crimes. How you get that is, I asked the person at the immigration office, they said you can simply get that at the airport. So before you leave, if you stay here past 6 months, at the airport, you have to get a piece of paper and pay for it. I think it's about 2,800, somewhere around there, that they say, okay, this gentleman, Alex, is not on a blacklist of any kind. He did not commit any crimes. He's cleared and free to leave the country. Now, they told me you can get that at the airport. But if you don't want to risk it, or if you don't want to waste time at the airport in case you miss your flight or some nonsense, you could still get this. In Cebu, it's the Robinson Gallery. I think that's where they moved it. So the Cebu City office has that. The Lapu-Lapu Mactan office does not have the clearance. You have to go into the city, the second major immigration office, to get that clearance if you've been past 6 months to stay here. And that's it, guys. So please let me know your questions down below, anything specific if I didn't cover it. And if you really found this video informative, please consider using the super thanks, or go ahead, share this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't.